Hey Talking fam, and welcome to another Talking Sports video, and today we're taking a look at NFL Week 3 injury report. And I'm going to start to do this every week, and I think this will be a good series because everyone needs to know the injuries and who is out and who is in. Everyone wants to know that, so I think you guys will like this series. I will post it every day by at least noon. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so we have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Indianapolis Colts for their first game. For the Chiefs, Butker, the kicker, and defensive end Mike Dana will be out due to left ankle and calf injuries, respectively. And for the Colts, you have tackle Bernard Raymond with an ankle and linebacker Shaquille Leonard with his back. And, of course, you have defensive end Yannick Ngakoue, who is out, of course. But the Matt Amendola will be kicking now for the Chiefs, most likely. So, looking to see what will happen in that game. Alright, so the players that are the next game, we have the Lions and the Vikings. And the Lions have John Kaminsky and Jonah Jackson out for their game today, and T.J. Hawkinson, Aiden Hutchinson, and Frank Radnow, along with DeAndre Swift, are questionable. That is some pretty good players they have. Hutchinson, and Swift, all questionable today. So hopefully they at least have two of the three in the game today. Alright, for the Vikings, we have Andrew Booth and Harrison Smith out today. And of course, Eric Hendricks is questionable due to a toe injury today. But I don't think Harrison Smith will be in today because, of course, he is out. But it's concussion. Like, if you have concussion, you're going to be out for a while. Next game, we have the Bengals and the Jets. The tight end Drew Sample, linebacker Jermaine Pratt are out and doubtful. And they need to stay good. So they also have tight end Hayden Hurst and Leo Collins, all questionable. So they have an offensive lineman that they just got and that they need to have is out, is questionable. So hopefully he is playing today. For the Jets, you have Zach Wilson, who is out. You have Torrey Davis, George Fant, John Franklin Myers, C.J. Uzuma, Jordan Whitehead, and Quinnen Williams, all questionable. And Zach Wilson will be back next week for week 4. But you have all of those players who are questionable. Man. Next up, we have the Ravens and the Patriots. Ronnie Stanley is out, but J.K. Dobbins, Marlon Humphrey, Isaiah Likely, Marcus Peters, James Proch, Brandon Stevens, and Damarian Williams are all questionable for the Ravens. For the Patriots, Joshua Bledsoe, Cody Davis, Kyle Duggar, Davon Godchos, Raycon McMillan, Jacoby Myers, Jalen Mills, Adrian Phillips are all questionable for the Patriots. Next up, we have the Texans and the Bears. The Texans, Brevin Jordan, Isaiah Yiadom, Austin Detlus, Malik Collins, Pharaoh Brown, Kurt Henish are all questionable for the Texans. For the Bears, Matthew Adams, Dane Cruikshank, Ryan Griffin are all out for the Bears. Velus Jones Jr., doubtful as well. Jalen Johnson and Roquan Smith are questionable, of course, for the Bears. Next up, we have the Saints and the Panthers. For the Saints, Alontae Taylor, Paulson Debo, and Alvin Kamara, Orion Remisk, Taysom Hill, Marcus May, and Jameis Winston are questionable for the team. For the Panthers, cornerback Dante Jackson and Stanley Thomas Oliver are questionable. No outs for this team, so they need to have a good day today. For the Bills and the Dolphins, for the Bills, Micah Hyde is out for the rest of the season. He was put on the IL for the season. So Dane Jackson as well, Ed Oliver, Jordan Phillips, Jordan Poyer are all out. Gabriel Davis, Dawson Knotts, and Mitch Morris on time settle are all questionable for today's game. For the Dolphins, Ethan Carter, Hunter Long, Teron Armstead, Raekwon Davis, Xavier Howard, and Cedric Wilson are all questionable for the Dolphins. Next up, the Eagles and the Commanders. The Eagles, Landon Dickerson, offensive guard, is questionable. With the Commanders, you have Casey Toohill, Daniel Wise are out. James Smith-Williams and David Mayo are questionable. The next game, we have the Raiders and the Titans. For the Raiders, Hunter Renfrow, Denzel Perriman are out. Neil Farrell Jr., Andre James, Trevon Moehrig, Bilo Nichols, and Josh Jacobs are questionable for the Raiders. For the Titans, Ugo Amadi, Bud Dupree, Taylor Lowen, and Allah Adeniyi are out. Kyle Phillips is doubtful, and Zach Cunningham is questionable. Next game, we have the Falcons and the Seahawks. And the Falcons, Elijah Wilkinson will be out for them. The Seahawks, Shelby Harris is out, while Justin Coleman, Joey Blount, and is doubtful, while Quandre Diggs is questionable. The Rams and the Cardinals. The Rams, Brian Allen, Toby Durant, David Long Jr. are out, while Jordan Fuller is questionable, and Van Jefferson was placed on the IR. He'll be out for a while. For the Cardinals, you have Rondell Moore, Ezekiel Turner out, and James Conner is questionable for today's game. For the Jaguars and the Chargers, the Jaguars' Shaquille Griffin is questionable, while the Chargers' G.C. Jackson, Corey Linsley is doubtful. Herbert Allen, Donald Parham, and Trey Pipkins is questionable for today's game. Next up, we have the Packers and the Buccaneers. Packers, Sammy Watkins has been placed on the IR. David Bakhtiari, Randall Cobb, Mercedes Lewis, and Christian Watson are all questionable. For the Buccaneers, you have Chris Godwin is out. Donovan Smith, Cade Otton, doubtful. Leonard Fournette, Russell Gage, Julio Jones, and Brashad Perriman are all questionable. You need at least 3 of those wide receivers to come back, all of them to come back, because you have Mike Evans on the he's suspended for this week. You're facing a good Packers defense, so you need to have some good. You need to have some good wide receivers on your team for Tom Brady, because if you just have, I don't even know who else is on that team. If you just have Scotty Miller, I don't think you can do good. All right, in the next game, we have the 49ers and the Broncos. The 49ers, Tyrion Davis-Price, Tyler Kroft, Daniel Brunskill is out. Arik Armstead, Colton McKivitz is questionable. For the Broncos, Darius Phillips is out. Tyree Cleveland, Jonathan Cooper, KJ Hamler, Jerry Jeudy, Joey Doswell, Jermont Jones, Quinn Mearns, Mike Purcell, and Patrick Surtain along with Billy Turner are questionable. And then, of course, we have the last game of the week, the Cowboys versus the Giants. For the Cowboys, we have Michael Gallup, Micah Parsons, Dalton Schultz, and Quentin Bohanna are questionable. And Jalen Kearse, Jaron Kearse, Connor McGovern, and Dak Prescott are out. For the Giants, Kadarius Toney, Leonard Williams, Kadarius Toney are doubtful. Justin Lane, Nick McLeod, Aaron Robinson, Wandale Robinson are out as well. And offense, Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeaux are questionable. So the Cowboys will have to again go with Cooper Rush this week. So seeing the Cowboys destroy the Giants destroy the Cowboys. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.